The name Uri Geller was very popular in the 70s especially. At that time, the so-called New Era philosophy was taking shape. The public was very open to all kinds of supernatural phenomena. In fact, many wanted such content, so paranormal was a trend. If anyone took advantage of the effervescence, it was Uri Geller. His was one of those collective scams of huge proportions. Thousands, and even millions of people around the world believed in their power, and they made him a hugely successful millionaire. In fact, even today he makes a following on the internet. Different stars. Sometimes it's hard to explain why someone managed to deceive the crowd. Although Uri Geller was one of the most prominent con artists, he was not the only one who managed to unleash this epidemic of belief without sustenance. There are many religious leaders, politicians, or simple merchants who have scammed and continue to deceive many people. And among its supporters are not only people with low education, but almost all levels of education. What happened? Who is Uri Geller? Uri Geller was born in Tel Aviv, Israel, in 1946. According to his version, at the age of 4 he saw in the sky a powerful beam of light that launched energy over him and left him unconscious. He had suggested that this was an encounter with extraterrestrials. After that episode, he entered his house, and at mealtime he broke the spoon that was in his hand. His family moved to Cyprus when Uri was 11 years old. There he lived until he was 17. Then he enlisted in the Israeli army and became a paratrooper. He participated in the Six-Day War and was injured in battle. Held it for a year. Then he started acting as a magician in a small nightclub in Israel. In a short time his fame began to grow, along with a series of legends around him. Unlike other wizards, Uri Geller claimed to have psychic powers. He became very famous for his ability to bend spoons, even from a distance, and to stop or accelerate the hands of watches. Uri Geller became a celebrity. In a short time Uri Geller became a celebrity. Hundreds of television programs around the world wanted him as a guest. Each of them repeated his function of bending a spoon and handling a watch at will. To this he added a telepathic gift. He asked the assistant to draw a picture. Something, and then he reproduces it faithfully, without looking at the initial image. Everywhere they were fascinated by him. The situation reached that point. According to CIA declassified documents, Uri Geller was invited by American intelligence agents to prove his strength. They locked him in an armored room and asked him to repeat images made thousands of kilometers away by some agents. They concluded that he did have paranormal powers and worked for the CIA. However, there is someone who doesn't believe him. He is also the wizard and illusionist James Randi. He is a co-founder and member of the Committee for Skeptical Investigations, SICUP, an organization whose goal is to dismantle pseudoscience myths and expose fraudsters. Randi has always said that spoon tricks are simple and can be done by a child. What sets Geller apart from the kid is the whole marketing toolkit that ultimately creates the collective illusion. Thymus Geller urine revealed. In 1973, by James Randi's office, Uri Geller was invited to Johnny Carson's TV show. Randi challenged him to do his routine, under different conditions than he was used to. At first, Geller was not allowed to use the spoon he was carrying, but gave him the one he was carrying. They also don't allow him to choose the people to draw, so he'll guess later. Ultimately, Uri Geller couldn't show his supposed paranormal abilities. He didn't bend spoons or guess pictures. He claimed that a lot of pressure was put on him and this had hindered his powers. Then he sued Randi, who filed counterclaims and after a few years won that process. That wasn't the only time Geller's powers shone in his absence. He once said he would stop Big Ben and it didn't happen. He said the same thing about the Porta do Sol watch and nothing happened either. Even so, many people in the world still believe in him and, in fact, he continues to appear on television and assert that he has great supernatural powers. There are two things that are unbearable: lying and falsehood. The saddest thing about lies and falsehoods is that they never come from our enemies or from strangers. As expected, this hurts.